cold wind moved across the empty hills of southern Turkey. The land looked dead. No cities. No roads. No castles. Only dry grass and broken stones under the burning sun for thousands of years. People walked across this hill without knowing something ancient was sleeping beneath their feet. Then one day, workers digging into the ground uncovered giant carved stones. At first, nobody understood what they were looking at, but the deeper archaeologists dug, the stranger the discovery became. Huge stone pillars stood buried in circles. Some were taller than a grown man, some weighed more than cars, and the most shocking part, these stones were not built by kings. Not by Egyptians. Not by Romans. They were built over 11,000 years ago, long before the pyramids, long before Stonehenge, back when humans were supposed to be simple hunters living in caves. But caves do not create temples like this. So who built Göbekli Tepe? And why does this ancient place seem impossible? Tonight, we travel into one of the greatest mysteries ever discovered, the forgotten temple that may have changed human history forever. Around 9600 BCE, the world was a dangerous place. Huge wild animals roamed the land. Wolves hunted in the dark. People fought freezing winters and deadly storms just to survive. There were no cities, no farms. No metal tools. Humans lived in small tribes, moving from place to place. At least, that is what historians believed. Then archaeologists uncovered Göbekli Tepe. And suddenly, the old story of civilization began to crack apart. Because this was not a small campsite. This was a massive sacred monument. The people here carved giant pillars from stone. They shaped them with careful detail. They dragged them across the land without wheels or machines. Even today, experts argue about how this was possible. Some pillars weighed up to 20 tons. That is heavier than many trucks. Imagine hundreds of ancient people pulling these stones with ropes made from animal skin. No engines, no cranes, only human strength. And somehow, they succeeded. But the mystery only gets darker. The pillars are covered with carvings. Snakes twisting across stone. Sharp-toothed beasts. Birds with wide wings. Scorpions. Foxes. Wild boars. The entire place feels less like a temple and more like a warning left behind by a forgotten world. Some of the giant pillars even look human. They have carved arms and hands. As if silent stone beings were standing guard over the site. Watching. Waiting. Asterisk remembering something terrible. Scientists soon discovered something even more shocking. Göbekli Tepe was built before farming became common. Think about that for a second. History books taught us that farming came first. People settled down. Villages grew. Then temples were built. But Göbekli Tepe completely flips that story upside down. This temple existed before the first cities. Before organized civilization. Which means religion or shared belief may have brought humans together before farming ever did. That changes everything. It means ancient humans may have been smarter and more organized than we ever imagined. And that idea scares many historians. Because if the timeline is wrong, what else are we wrong about? In the middle of the Ice Age, the people of Göbekli Tepe gathered around giant stone circles under the night sky. Picture fires burning in darkness. Cold winds moving across the hills. Shadows dancing across carved pillars. Ancient voices echoing through the night. Nobody knows exactly what happened there. Some experts believe these were sacred rituals. Others think the site may have connected to death, spirits, or the stars above. And then comes one of the strangest theories of all. Some researchers believe the builders of Göbekli Tepe may have survived a massive disaster. Asterisk around the same time this temple was built, Earth was changing violently. The climate shifted suddenly. Many giant animals disappeared forever. Temperatures dropped fast. Scientists call this mysterious period the Younger Dryas. Asterisk, some believe a comet or fragments from space may have struck Earth long ago, causing chaos across the planet, a terrifying sky event. Fire. Darkness. Cold. Death. Now imagine ancient survivors trying to understand why the world suddenly changed around them. Maybe Göbekli Tepe was not just a temple. Maybe it was a place of memory, a place built by people trying to speak to the heavens after surviving catastrophe. And maybe the carvings on the stones are pieces of a story humanity forgot. Quick pause right here. If you enjoy ancient mysteries and hidden history, subscribe now and join us on this journey into the lost world of forgotten civilizations. Because the deeper we dig into the past, the stranger humanity becomes. But the biggest mystery of Göbekli Tepe was still waiting underground. After centuries of use, something unbelievable happened. The people buried the entire temple themselves. Carefully. Slowly. On purpose, they covered the giant stone circles with dirt and rubble until the whole site vanished beneath the asterisk earth. Why? Nobody knows. Think about how strange that is. Humans spend enormous effort building this sacred place, only to hide it forever. It was almost as if they wanted nobody to find it again. For thousands of years, the temple slept beneath the soil. Empires rose and fell above it. Wars happened. Religion spread across the world. Yet below the ground, the stone giants remained untouched in darkness, waiting silently for modern humans to uncover them again. And here is the frightening part. Only a small section of Göbekli Tepe has been excavated. Most of it is still buried, right now, beneath the hills of Turkey. There may still be hidden chambers, unknown carvings, and secrets nobody has seen for over 11,000 years. That means the greatest discoveries may still be waiting underground. The real mystery of Göbekli Tepe is not only who built it, the real mystery is what it says about us. Maybe civilization did not begin the way we were taught. Maybe humanity's story is older, stranger, and darker than history books explain. Ancient people were not mindless savages wandering through wilderness. They looked at the stars. They built monuments. They created symbols. They gathered for beliefs powerful enough to move mountains of stone. And somehow, across thousands of years, their voices still echo through these ruins. A forgotten message from the dawn of humanity hidden beneath the earth until our own time. Maybe Göbekli Tepe is not just the oldest temple in the world. Maybe it is proof that an entire chapter of human history was lost or buried on purpose. If this mystery fascinated you, leave a comment below and tell us your theory. Who do you think built Göbekli Tepe, and why was it hidden beneath the ground for thousands of years? Subscribe for more ancient mysteries, forgotten civilizations, and impossible discoveries that continue to shock the modern world.